today we have a very special guest, Michael. He's from China. And so, sir, before I start, mentioning your career and other things, I just want you to pronounce your name because it's really difficult for me how to pronounce your name.
My name is Xuan Xiongming in Chinese, and Xuan
Mhm.
is my family name, and Xiongming is my giving name.
Great.
Later on, I grew up very fat, and I just could not get rid of it whatsoever, and I ended up with 250 lbs.
Oh
You can,
my gosh.
yeah. So you can imagine that how a fat guy and walking on the street and how people they looking at you, strange. They used to be looking at you very kind of weird. They looking at something weird, because a fat guy when you're walking it's kind of, look like very funny.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and um, around 10 years ago, I got involved in a video game. The name is called Lord of Rings Online, and from there I met a lot of people from different countries, and some of them from there I even have learned my spoken English, and some friends. I really appreciate for their help. Some of them they
Exactly.
motivate me to do a lot of things, and that includes to reduce my weight.
Oh, great.
Uh, yeah, and after I lose my weight, I have gained a lot more self confidence, and I become more active of learning and studying, and even I become more ambitious of doing great things. Uh, yeah.
Great.
So
So,
yeah,
sir, one question I have, just you have told 10 years ago you were playing kind of particular game online and you have met some people there,
yeah,
and those people motivated you. Okay, okay, Michael, just go and do something, reduce your weight. And that's how you started doing exercise and blah, blah, something like, and you just reduce your weight and you got some motivation from those people and you
yeah.
started you learned English from those people, yeah, that's what
Yes,
you were saying. Oh,
yeah.
great. So
Thank you.
okay, great. So sir, this question which I'm going to ask you, many guys, young guy I'm talking about, when they get stuck into something like some problem, they want to do something in their life, you know even they want to start something, and when they start something, when once they get stuck into something like when they get a very little problem, like it's even I have this problem. When I start something, okay, let's go do this, and when I start, and just after some moment, after some days, when I get some a little problem, I think like, oh my god, this is not my cup of tea, I can't do this. So like, why I'm asking this question, when you had weight like 200, 250 lbs, and you got motivated by those people, how it's really work, even sometimes when I watch motivational videos, I got motivated, but just after some days I get back to my normal life. How did you do that? I'm asking about your motivation and inspiration.
I believe that only one thing that keep myself maintain the motivation to myself and to keep working on those kind of things is I realize that what will make the ultimate success. The ultimate success relies on small step of little progress. So let me talk about my the history of my personal development, and as well as I can call this is the history of how I lose my weight.
Oh,
In the
great.
beginning of time, yeah, in the beginning of time, um, actually, I've got to tell you something. Uh, I was lucky. I met someone and who was I'm not sure whether she is still selling that kind of product. But at that moment, at that time, back to the time 10 years ago, there was a female friend. She introduced me some kind of product. The name is called Herbalife. I know that a lot of people may have heard this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of product that help people to eat or to limit the amount of calorie that they take each day. So of course, for a very a fat people who has very serious obesity problems, and at the initial time that you gotta have to use kind of the stuff that to make some giant leap, and after that you can if you keep working on physical exercise, and you will succeed. So it's the same as we, when we were still young kids or child, we need someone else, like our parents, to help us. You cannot do everything just by yourself. So I had using and I had used those the product. The name is called Herbalife, and while I was taking the product, and I also keep doing physical training every day. At the very beginning, I was shy, I'm nervous, and I did not dare to walk on the street or even take a simple step. So way how I try to do the exercises, I will stay behind the door. Stay behind the door. It's a very small area. Stay behind the door, and then I I start jogging. You know, um, you know, uh, on the ground behind the door. And I keep doing this for like 1 week, and then I check my weight. Uh, I found out it was amazing. Wow, I lost some,
Oh,
some, yeah.
yeah.
And I just could not believe that my eye. I see, this is what I call the small step, the small progressions. That if you can see something that has happened in a very short time, and you feel you know the you will taste the feeling of success initially, then it will motivate you and help you to keep moving on. Uh, if you, so this is one of the tricky part, that if we want to do something, first we of course we gotta have some kind of determination, but after that, one should not do something is very hard. You gotta have to start from a very small steps, and if you have done something simple thing, and you will taste the feeling of success, and after that it will motivate you to keep working on that. And
Exactly.
that is the key concept that I want to share with you, that how I made this far.
Okay, you mean that in initial time we just need to make effort, but later on our mind, our subconscious mind get kind of addiction of success, and then later on it will happen automatically.
Yes, yeah,
Okay,
exactly. That is what I'm
great,
talking about.
great, sir. Okay, so let's talk about what you are doing these days. Any recent stories, like anything, something you are doing great. What exactly you are doing these days?
All right. The things that happened recently. How about talk? Yeah, I've done a lot of things. Include my, I keep the personal training every day. I wake up early morning 4:30, usually a.m., and I will just get on my study, because I still have the dream. As you know, I am pursuing my PhD study. I'm trying to get the preparation for it, and I have attended my very first IELTS examination 2 months ago, in order to meet the requirement for my PhD. Um, and I also preparing for my topic about my PhD is machine learning and artificial intelligence, and so I gotta have to learn and review a lot of mathematics things. That is what I'm doing recently in the early morning, and after 6 o'clock, I will start jogging and maintain this personal habit in order to keep my body become fit. If I stop doing this, I believe that I will gain more fat again.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
grow.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, one question regarding your PhD. You are doing PhD in machine learning and artificial intelligence. Yeah.
Yes.
So I would like to talk a little bit about machine learning and artificial intelligence, and especially we are nowadays we are changing a lot, and even I don't know what gonna happen after 10 years, after 5 years, because every year, every month, we are changing very rapidly. So where do you see this world in terms of artificial intelligence, in terms of uh, automation? Where do you see this world after 10 years?
So how do I think?
How how
Yeah.
do you see? Yeah, how many things is going to change after 10 years?
I believe that after 10 years, the robotic field will become more successful,
Mm-hmm.
and most of the job probably will be replaced by those kind of automation. And in the medicine area, uh, most of the not exactly most of, but there will be many um, new kind of technology will come out and help to improve the quality of clinic and help the patient to be much more easier to find out the problem and get cured, and it will save a lot of life. And also it will suggest a new challenge. It will bring up the new challenge for most of the people, because there are many labor work will be replaced by the modern technology and automation. So you gotta have to prepare for this age to come, to learn more things and to enhance your skills and to dive into a more advanced level. That is what I'm talking. Yeah, what's in my mind. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, sir, I wanna talk a little bit about mental health. You know,
Mental health.
yeah, I don't know how much is in China, but even I'm from a not very big city. My hometown is very kind of village. And what I have observed, many people, they don't want to talk about mental health. When you tell them, hey, I'm going through some depression, I have some tension, they say, oh, it's a normal thing, it's not a very big deal. And when you say, should I go for psychiatrist, should I prefer doctor, they say, oh, no, why should you go doctor, it's a very normal thing. So what do you think, Michael, about mental health? Should we prefer doctor, psychiatrist, or not? What do you think about this? What's your take?
What's my idea about mental health?
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a big question, and also it's quite interesting. This the most one of the most interesting things that I want to share with you, and even not just share, but I'll try to discuss. Because for me, mental health is one of the most important things for personal life, and as well as for your personal development. Um, from a 250 lbs guy and to be how I look like today, mental health plays very important roles. It will help you to gain self-confidence and to motivate you keep doing and keep working on it. If your mental health is not if you are not mentally healthy, I cannot do. I mean, I want to be able to finish all the things and become how I look like today. So, my suggestion for young people, not for I think for everyone, not just for young people. I mean,
Yeah.
uh, uh, for your personal ability and the improvement of your mental health.
Mhm.
First, you gotta have the ability to receive the information. If you don't, if you just take, I mean, if you just stick with your personal opinion, and if you don't want to receive the information and try to correct yourself, it will give you, it is going to be a big barrier between correctness and wrongness, you know. So
Yeah,
it's very important. The first step is you have the will. You are willing to accept, to take the information. Uh, Also, it's one of the most important steps to for a better communication. And the second is to read as much as the book that you can, especially in the field of the philosophy. And I know there are so many famous people, celebrities, like very successful people like uh, you know uh, Bill Gates, Jake Ma, a lot of people very famous, and
yeah,
we read tons of book each year, because um, person need to eat food every day, but your brain also need to take the food. You also need to take,
exactly,
yeah, the mental
exactly.
food. Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's the same. They are equally likely to have the same kind of functionalities. You have to take the food, and your brain also needs your men. You also need to take. It's a spiritually. Uh,
spirituality. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So this is the second step. You gotta read as many as books that you. Of course, good book. Not those
yeah,
kind of junk. And the third one is uh, when you receive the information, you should not 100% to accept it. You have to digest that. You have to practice that. You have to reason that. Um, and and the last step is you have to maintain a good heart. You must be kind. You must be kind. Whatever the situation is, be kind. Be nice to everyone. And this is going to be something that related the story. I'm sorry for that. I will get back to the recent story again if I want to mention this, because recently I have met someone that is as you know, I work in the hospital, and 2 months ago, I met a guy who he is, advanced lung cancer patient,
oh,
advanced lung cancer patient. So, which means that he's now is going to, it's very close to the, final stage of the, unfortunately, death. Lung cancer. It's very
yeah.
serious problem. Um, Actually, he is the father of one of my friends, and for the privacy, so I don't want to mention this detail. But yeah, um, that day, she come to me and she told me the story about her father. I never know that before, because I always think this friend is she's all happy all the time. Must be living in a very happy family. I never know that until he told me this story. I felt, wow, it is tragedy, and it's too bad. And I need to do something for her. I need to do something for the family, in order to to comfort them. And that day she come to me and asked me to help, to find a doctor, because I'm working in the hospital, and so I'm familiar with all all kind of things. And so we helped her father, and now her father is hospitalized in the hospital where I'm working, uh, which on the eighth floor, and I every day I will go to the ward and to meet to check the situation of this old advanced lung cancer patient, and I bring a lot of gift. And I told him about my story, my personal story, as when I'm talking to you right now, my personal development, my history, you know, uh, in order to make him peace and comfort. I told him, life, everyone. you know, we have a limited amount of time to live on this earth, and how much longer we can live is not the most important thing. The most important thing is how meaningful or how life is become significant that you live.
Exactly.
And yeah, even though I told him, uh, because you're having these kind of things and the situation is you have advanced lung cancer, there's nothing can turn back. So from the perspective of Buddhism, or either
Yeah.
from what kind of the whatever the religion that you are in, or for example, for say, I don't believe any kind of religion, but I have read a lot of things around the philosophy. I think most of all of them are actually very similar. They just teach you how to reason and how to live fully and become nicer. So based on that, I told him, you have to accept it. The fact is, you have this
Yeah.
advanced lung cancer. You have limited amount that is left on Earth. So what you can do? The only thing that you can do is become happier, to become more confident, to face this disease, and to be around with your family, to do much more meaningful things in the rest of your life, instead of crying every day and like miserable all the time, which is a big waste of your life. So
Ex
after that, she he smiled actually, and we had a photo together. I really want to show you. I'm not sure when I can share with you. Yeah, I will share later on Skype.
yeah.
And
Okay.
yeah, so these things really make me feel happy, because I change. Even though I'm not doctor, I could not say I saved someone's life, but in some extent, I think I saved his life, because rest of his life will become very meaningful and significant. He live very happily right now. Every day we talk, share ideas, share the experience of life, And right now I call him, because I am very close with this friend. It's female. Uh, it's a small. It's going to be another story. But unfortunately, uh, I'm not sure whether or not this is going to be appropriate. But yeah, unfortunately, she could not become my closest, yeah, someone's like spouse, uh due to some situation in fact. But she is my best friend on earth as well.
Yeah.
And we very close. So I call her father. I say, can I call your father too, due to this situation? I want, because I treat your daughter is like my sister, so I call
Yeah.
him, yeah, I
Yeah.
call it dad. So he is very happy, and we took the photo, So that is the complete story. I want to share with you, uh, which makes me feel happy, because I turned someone's life from misery to happy life again.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Michael, to share this story. Really, it's very inspiring, very emotional. Okay.